Finna finish this trash ass season on a high note. You know what I'm saying? Might as well. Shit. Finish that bitch on a high note, boy. Oh man. Finish that motherfucker on a high note, dog.
It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And all eyes are on the Jaguars' superstar cornerback, who's approaching another plateau for the season as he's within range of 60 tackles. It's the Jags and the Colts, and it's coming up next on EA Sports. Welcome.
So this defense headed out for the first time here in this second half. They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with 1st and 10. Throwing to begin is Richardson. Open man downfield. It's Pittman. Can't ask for much more. 22 yards on the first play of the drive.
Nice way to start the drive here. Really good protection by the guys up front. Good decision by the quarterback to find his read. Ball's accurate, ball's on time. Now they're able to start this drive and get on the move the right way.
On first down, it's Richardson. That's deep for the back of the end zone. That'll be batted away. Incomplete. Coverage very strong defensively. It's second down.
The defender saw this the entire way, Mike. He actually ran the route before the receiver even got to his spot. But there, fortunately, this one didn't end up getting picked, going the other way.
We'll try again. It's second and 10. Now Richardson. That's complete. It's Adonai Mitchell. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. They'll try to get the running game going. His first carry. And he'll get forward for a couple. It's second down. From the gun, Richardson. He gets that to his big target, Trey McBride. And they're going to get this all the way down inside the 5.
Well, they've come out swinging here on this opening drive through the air, and that's exactly what they wanted to do. Generate some early chunk plays and try to get some points.
This opening drive, it has been a work of art. Now, can they put the finishing touches on? It's first and goal. They'll try to run this one in. He slams it in there, and he is in. Touchdown, Colts. So this deep. On first and 10, here's Richardson. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up second and 5.
This is a great example here of just not getting too complicated as an offensive coordinator. Who's one of your best players on the field, and how do you get the ball in his hands?
A second down throw for Richardson. A throw here, right side, falls incomplete.
The whole idea of that short pass is designed to get the ball into the hands of the receiver in space and let him do the rest after the catch. But the key word there, Mike, is get the ball into the hands of the receiver. He doesn't secure the catch, so there is no run after.
Out of the shotgun, Richardson. A short one here, caught by McBride.
Automatic first down.
So, first and 10 now from the 30. Following the penalty, they'll run it. And that'll be a pickup of 3. They face second down and 7. On play action, Richardson. The blitz overwhelming the offensive line, and down he goes.
This is a great reminder of why it's so important to have great offensive tackles. When you get beat so fast off the edge, the quarterback has nowhere to go in the pocket to escape, and that's what happens.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's third and long. Throwing, Richardson. He'll look middle and finds McBride as tight end. And he'll be taken down all the way up past the 45. They'll come up here, first and 10. A handoff as they try to run it here. And he'll work forward for about 3. It's second down. They'll stick with him again. And he nearly got free. But as it is, gain of 6. It sets up third down. Now it's Richardson. He'll keep it. They'll bring him down right at the 35, but that is good enough. They pick up the first down.
Sometimes, Mike, the best plan is also the simplest plan. And for this team, just snap the ball to your quarterback, let him find some daylight, and go get that first down himself. This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You've got to have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
That's going to be intercepted. And the Jaguars are going to take over at their own 2.
When you find yourself in this situation, Mike, you're on defense, you're defending your own goal line, you got to take some chances. You've got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. Takes a chance, bets on himself, and comes away with a pick to save them some points.
So now this defense. They'll begin here on the ground. And he'll get 2 on this one before being taken down. Second down and 8. Here's Richardson. He'll look deep for Pittman. He's got it! And he's down inside the 40-yard line.
Those are the explosive pass plays that this team is going to continue to mine all day. And you can see pre-snap, the quarterback loved his matchup. He allowed his receiver to work downfield. Perfect throw, and now sets them up to try to see if they can finish this drive off with some points.
The pass rush gets home, and he goes down. Avon Thibodeau, former 5th overall pick, in there to drop it.
To play in the NFL, you've got to have a short-term memory, because regardless of whether the previous play was good or bad, they're going to line up and snap it again. In this case, really nice job bouncing back. They put the bad play behind them, forced the sack in the ensuing play, and they're right back on track.
They come to the line needing 11 here on third down. Richardson. Taking off, he'll try to get there.
And that's a great job defensively here on third down. Not only taking away all the options down the field through the air, but when the quarterback decides to turn into a runner himself, they're able to converge and make the play and keep him short of the first down.
So this defense headed out for... And they're just going to run it here up the middle. Trying to find somewhere to move forward, but nothing going. Tackled for the loss of a yard. Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. They'll keep it on the ground here again. He'll be stopped after a pickup of about 3. Trayvon Merrick up to make the tackle. So we've reached halftime here in Jacksonville with the Jaguars out front. As we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando. Check in with the coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in our studios with the EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Michael, we'll get back to you and Greg in just a little bit. For now, plenty of early action in the 1 o'clock Eastern window to get you caught up on. So let's get to it. We'll get things started in the Meadowlands. An AFC battle as Houston is in town to take on New York. And they are seconds away from halftime, all tied in that one. From there, we head down south to Tampa to check on the Bucs at home at Raymond James Stadium. And they've got the lead in that one over the visiting Atlanta Falcons. The Buccaneers trying to hold on and claim victory. Finally, let's get right to the center of the U.S. map and check in on the Chiefs at home in Kansas City. As you can see, the score there in the second quarter. Rashee Rice, a touchdown reception. In the first half, we saw a strong outing from Trevor Lawrence. He came on after a slow start to fire 2 second-quarter touchdown passes and give his guys the lead.
So now this defense in need of a stop as they come out here in overtime. The lead sits at 4, so they'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. To throw, it's Richardson. That's out to the flat, and it's complete. It'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. Throwing on 2nd down, Richardson. He'll find his tight end, McBride. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line. Here's 1st and 10. Now a give on the ground. And no place to go, no place to hide. He's taken down behind the line.
How often do we see linebackers be so fast trying to track down the ball carrier that they end up actually overrunning the play and allowing the running back to cut back? But not this guy. Does a great job staying in phase, stretching this ball out sideways, and he brings him down for a loss.
Throwing is Richardson. That's left side, and that's the tight end, McBride. And a good short tackle right there. It stops him a good distance short of the marker. It sets up 4th down.
I think this is one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the 1st down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks. Now they got a 4th down.
So now this defense in need of a stop as they come out here in overtime. They built a nice lead for themselves here. They'll try to add to that, beginning with 1st down. The drive will start on the ground. He is tough to bring down. Finally, the defense gets him on the ground. It'll be no gain on that one. On 2nd down, Richardson. Pass right side to Downs. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start.
Now a handoff running right. Down the sideline, past the 45. And they will finally track him down inside the 40-yard line.
The challenge of playing a running back like this is you feel like you have him under control. You're doing a nice job putting a lid on him, and then all of a sudden, he's got a big spark play like this. That's the challenge. These guys are just so talented. You can only keep them down so long. That was a really nice run.
They'll work now on 2nd and 4. Here's Richardson. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. Looking to throw. Richardson. That's caught by McBride.
Well, nothing real fancy here, Mike. Not a huge pickup, but anytime on 3rd down, you got to know where the sticks are, who's your most reliable player, and I think everybody in this booth knows exactly what position that is.
And the defense, good job sticking to their rules. They didn't take their eyes off the running back, who gains nothing.
Depending on the situation or the down and distance, Mike, the linebackers have different reads. Sometimes they read the offensive lineman, sometimes they read the running back. In this case, his read brings him right to the play. He's able to make a big stop and keep the game to nothing.
And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on 3rd down. Now Richardson. That one is complete to McBride. And he's going to have the 1st down. They convert on 3rd, and it sets up a 1st and goal.
What an impressive drive this has really been, and it's a combination of big plays and 3rd down conversions. Now after that last 3rd down pickup, it's 1st and goal. They got a chance to finish this really impressive drive and come away with 6. Anytime the running back is forced to chop his feet in the background and never get to top speed, you know that play's not going anywhere. And that's exactly what the defense was able to force here by getting penetration. Great job there stopping this play before he had a chance to even get started.
And no place to go. He's hit and taken down behind the line.
The decision whether to keep the ball or to hand it to the back happens so fast. In this case, the quarterback thinks it was a keep read. The defense was there ready to stop him. Tackle for loss.
So last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal. He'll try to run for it. And the drive stalls out as he's brought down. And the field goal unit likely to come on here on 4th and goal.
What a nice play defensively. It's always a bit of a challenge. How long do I stay in coverage defending my zone or my man? Or how fast do I come up and pursue a scrambling quarterback? They did a nice job rallying to the ball late. They're able to bring him down to force 4th down.
So now this defense in need of a stop as they come out here in overtime. The victories have been few and far between this year. Closing in on a W here. Richardson to throw it here on 1st down. And this throw batted away and incomplete.
It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Richardson going to look to throw. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. Richardson to throw. To the left side, that's caught by Mitchell. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. To the ground, a 1st down run. And a good run there. Going to get him 5 yards. Now Richardson. Trying the left side and caught by Pittman. Wow, it wasn't for lack of effort. He tried every which way to elude the defense, but he was outnumbered. They finally got him down behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of yards. From the gun on 3rd down, Richardson. He's got his man. That's down. And the defense can't come up with a stop there. Gain of 7 and a 1st down. From the gun, Richardson. A toss, left side, caught by his running back. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Out of the shotgun, Richardson. That's complete. Jonathan Taylor out of the backfield. And he will not get away. Terrific open field tackle. Gets him down behind the line.
To play corner in this league, Mike, you have to have great reactions and instincts. In this case, he trusts those instincts from the jump, and he's able to send the offense going backwards as a result.
Here's a 3rd down and 4. Out of the gun, he'll throw. He's got his tight end. That's McBride. That's catch 3 just on this drive. And it gets his team a 1st down. Throwing, Richardson. A short one here, caught by McBride. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. Here's Richardson. And he'll take it on in. Michael Pittman. Touchdown, Indy. So shouts at Duval here in Duval County, Florida. It is a win for the Jaguars. And it is a season sweep for them. They defeat their division rivals for the 2nd time this year.
It's Week 17 of the National Football League, and all eyes are on the Jaguars' superstar cornerback. He's now up to a 60-tackle season following his last performance. It's the Jaguars and the Texans, and it kicks off next on Madden NFL 25.
So now this defense in need of a stop as they come out here in overtime. They'll go play action with Stroud. And he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. That's going to go down as a sack and a loss of a couple.
We met with them the other day, Mike, and the offensive coordinator, he went out of his way. He was adamant that they felt really good early in this game. There was a lot of things on this opening script they could do to attack this defense. Well, needless to say, I don't think giving up a sack on the first play was what he had in mind, and now they face a second and long. They got to get back on track.
Oh, and they're going to get him again. 2 plays, 2 sacks by the defense.
Nothing a head coach loves to see more, Mike, than the offense and the defense not only playing well, but playing well at the same time. Complementary football. Score on your opening drive. Defense comes out and punches him in the mouth defensively with 2 straight sacks. That's the early statement they were hoping to make today.
From the shotgun, C.J. Stroud. He'll go right and find his running back. And he'll be stopped short of a first down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's 4th down.
That's just one of those drives that was out of whack from the start, Mike. They just couldn't get anything going on the early downs, and they'll most likely punt the ball away and hope that their defense can do the same thing and get them the ball back.
So this defense headed out for the first time here in the second half. Their lead is 10. They go back to work trying to add to it. It begins with first down. They'll run with the 2nd-round pick in the April draft. And that one is closed down in the backfield. What a defensive play. Knifing in, dropping him for the loss. After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. From the gun, here's Stroud. And he gets that one complete to Collins. Here now, 3rd and 5. Dell motioning over. On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. They'll try to hit him with a screen.
I think in this field position, Mike, when 4th and short, I think you got to go for it. I think there's at least a conversation going on the sideline about whether you keep your offense on the field.
So this defense headed out for the first time here in the second half. Tight end going in motion here. Stroud to throw here on first down. Quick throw, taken in. He's close to a first down to gain a 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down. A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. To throw, it's Stroud. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8. Now Stroud. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
They'll try again here. Second and 10. To throw is Stroud. And he's going to slide to a stop and avoid the contact. But since he started there, he's still shy of the first down. Trying to pick this one up on the ground. And he is going to have a Texans first down. He's able to get about 3 that time on 3rd and inches. Off the play fake. Here's Stroud. To the left side, into the hands of Collins. And they'll take this down inside the 35. On 1st and 10, here's Stroud. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down. They'll run it on the inside handoff. Fighting off defenders here. He'll churn forward and pick up 3. Is the line to gain as we hit 3rd down. Back to throw, Stroud. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
We're starting to see a lot of this on 3rd down, Mike, where they're going to rely on the run after catch to pick up these 3rd down conversions. You know what that depends on? You have to actually complete the ball. And in this case, it falls incomplete. Brings up 4th down.
So this defense headed out for the first time here in this second half. They are backed up about as far as you can be, operating from their own 2-yard line. Throwing from the pistol, Stroud. And that pressure too great. He's going to be sacked in the end zone. And that is a safety. The defense puts 2 points on the board with a safety. But, Greg, a lot of credit, not just to the defense, but special teams as well.
Give that assist here, Mike, to the punter. Just a play ago, being able to pin that offense deep inside their own territory leads directly to that 2-point safety.
So this defense headed out for the first time here in this second half. And they're going to work with a little momentum after that free kick. It's 1st and 10. Stroud. And he's not going to be able to get away. Good defense on the perimeter. It'll be a loss of yardage.
I think this play is a direct result of his film study. He knew exactly where that ball was going before the play was snapped, and that play recognition, man, it separates a lot of guys in this league and results in a negative play.
Now a timeout for Jacksonville. Their second. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Stroud to throw. Throwing it right into the hands of his running back.
It may not have moved the chains, but with what they were dealing with there on second down, that's a really nice pickup because now it opens up your play call sheet on third down where it's a little bit more manageable.
And this will be a Texans first down. The tackle's made it about the 38-yard line. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. Athletic training staff's going to take a look, but this is a problem late in the season. They'll stay on the ground. And he's shedding tackles left and right, winding his way for a gain of 8. Here's 2nd and 2. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And that'll give him a first down. Tackle made after the pickup of 3.
This is a situation that play callers love to be in, Mike. They have all their options on the table. 2nd and short, play action pass, you can run. In this case,
the pressure gets home. He's lost the football. But he'll gather it back in.
And man, does he dodge a bullet right there, Mike, on that sack. He's fortunate that ball bounced right back to him. He's able to recover it and keep possession for his team.
A second down throw for Stroud. Quick throw here is complete. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up third down. Here's Stroud. We'll set up the screen here with Dell.
When a defense has speed to the ball like this group does, it makes these wide receiver screens really challenging because all those fast linebackers and defensive backs that are chasing the ball carrier, the offensive line are the ones responsible for them, and sometimes that's just a speed mismatch.
So this defense headed out for the first time here in the second half. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. Now, Stroud. That is intercepted. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
All right, Mike, you know me. I tend to be an offensive guy, so if we're taking a big shot to start this half, I'm thinking touchdown. But rather, we go interception to begin the second half. Now, still an exciting play. I think we're going to see both sides willing to continue to take these risks, take these chances throughout the rest of this second half.
So now this defense in need of a stop as they come out here in overtime. They've definitely outplayed their opponents to this point in the third quarter. They might be looking to grind out some first downs and chew up some valuable time on the clock. Blown back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's second down. They'll turn and hand this one off. And he is stopped in his tracks. Loss of a couple on the play.
These are the impact plays that this linebacker is capable of, Mike. Not only dissecting and determining where the ball was going, but then to shoot through the line of scrimmage and make this tackle for a loss. That's a big-time play by a really good player.
And that is incomplete. Tank Dell was the one he was looking for. And that's going to lead to a 4th down.
We see this time and time again in the NFL, Mike. You want to play quarterback at this level, you better figure out a way to be able to bounce back following a bad throw, a bad series, a bad game. And in this case, he's got to bounce back from a pick on the last drive, and he's got to find himself some...
So now this defense in need of a stop as they come out here in overtime. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. And he surges forward for a gain of about 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. They'll try the right side this time. And a good tackle out wide will hold them to a gain of just 3. Now a 3rd and 2. They'll let the fullback try to push the pile. And he is going to have a Texans 1st down by about a yard. So they pick it up on 3rd and 2.
You know, Mike, in some ways, I liken fullbacks to kind of the modern-day tight end. They're the ones that are willing to do a little of the dirty work on most plays. So every once in a while, it is so good to see them rewarded and have a chance to be the guy who delivers and converts on 3rd down.
The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3. Second and 7. Handoff here, up the middle, and he'll get this close to a 1st down. It's about 7, maybe a yard short of the 1st down. Oh, the defense meets him in the backfield. They stopped him dead in his tracks and set up 4th down.
The idea here for this offense is you're not really thinking necessarily touchdown. You're thinking 1st down. Let's get a fresh set of downs here and reset. But in this case, they suffer a loss, and it brings up 4th down.
So now this defense in... From the shotgun, it's a give up the middle. And a minimal gain here, only to about the 31. Here's 2nd and 9. Now, this looks like a design run. Ho-ho! And he's going to be brought down, but not until he gets inside the 35. 1st and 10. Stroud going to set up the throw. He finds Goodwin. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15. Still get a 1st down at the 1. 1st and 10, they go from the 11. A handoff as they try to run it here. And that one going to be closed down in the backfield. Great defensive play. Knifing it and dropping him for a loss. So they go backwards on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 13. Here comes Otten in motion. Throwing on 2nd down. Stroud. a short one there to Otten. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up third down. Here's Stroud. This offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack.
If they win this game, this pass rush is going to be a big reason why. The 5 sacks speak for itself, but their ability to disrupt the timing of this offense, that can't be overstated.
Going to leave the offense out there for 4th and long. Throwing is Stroud. That's in the end zone and intercepted. And the Jaguars are going to take over at their own 13-yard line.
So much of that play comes down to the defender's positioning. Being able to get himself to a spot, to get his hands on the ball, and a chance at that pick. Mike, when that ball was thrown, me and you are sitting here saying, that's a touchdown. And instead, they force a turnover, and now their offense is back on the field.
So now this defense in need of a stop. On first down, it's Stroud. That's his tight end, Otten. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down. On second down, Stroud. That's caught left side by Otten. And that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8. The Jags will use the first of their timeouts here. And they'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play. Ball out to the 35-yard line as they come up for 1st and 10. From the shotgun, C.J. Stroud. That's over the middle and caught by Dell. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Back to the air one more time. He'll take a shot here. Back of the end zone. And penalty flags come in as it winds up incomplete, but no doubt there was contact there.
Man, bro. Of course. Of course. That's crazy.
Here we go. One final
Get his
play.
ass. Get his ass.
And the final throw of the game winds up incomplete.
I love the game.
That will do it. This one comes to an end. So shout to Duval here in Duval County, Florida. It is a win for the Jaguars. And it is a season sweep for them. They defeat their division rivals for the 2nd time this year.
Let's go, Jags!
Boy, I got way more than 16 interceptions, man.
Freddie T, it's about time.
Boy, they ain't got Jaden McDaniels no more. Shit, Taylor.
It's week 18 of the National Football League, and all eyes are on the Jaguars' athletic corner. He's now up to a 60-tackle season following his last performance. It's the Jags and the Commanders, and it's all up next.
What better way to start off the afternoon than with some football? Daniel's going to throw to get us started. Has him on the quick hitter. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Now Daniels off the play action. Bails out of the pocket quick. He tucks it and takes off. Gets out of harm's way after stringing together some nice yards on that run.
Oh, man, those defensive players hate slippery quarterbacks. Near impossible to keep them hedged in or corral them behind the line there. He evades them long enough to turn a potential loss into positive yardage.
And they make this stop, we're going to say, at about the 37-yard line. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And the Commanders will have a first.
Okay, this is why coaches across all levels of football harp on the importance of good, fundamental tackling, not just to hear themselves talk. It's to make sure that when one of their guys has a chance to bring down a running back, they're able to do it and keep those plays from going any further.
I don't even know why Jesus trying to like that.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Play fake here, Daniels. Heaves this one for the back of the end zone. That's much too high and out of the end zone, incomplete.
Well, QB put it pretty close to the sideline to begin with, and the defender, again, just put his little hand right out there. It just encouraged it to fall out of bounds.
Flush down out to his left. Oh, the ball is out. And he falls on his own miscue.
There ain't no damn way they getting the ball back that fast after fucking
even
fumble.
10 yards on the play. And that'll be good for a Washington first.
Yeah.
Off the play fake, he's going to throw.
Oh!
And there's a man there. It's intercepted. And the Jaguars get it as he records yet another interception in a career campaign. So the first drive of the game ends
Right
not
after
in
the fumble.
points, Brock, but in an INT.
And I get it. Opening drives aren't always going to end up with points or a
me that.
touchdown. Good thing, though, there's a lot of opportunities left to make up for that miscue and go get yourself back in rhythm and back on script.
Give me that. Yeah, wings go.
Running for the first time with a man out of Florida State. And he's able to work this down to the 41. Just a little short, but still a 9-yard pickup. That's going to bring up 2nd and 1. From the 41. And someone stepped in. It's intercepted.
Switching up that defense
Picked
on them,
off
boy.
by Kobe Dean. Okay, Brock, now back-to-back drives where they have picked him off. That's got to be a worrying trend for these coaches who know how integral the passing game is to their game plan and their success.
Those poker players, the best of them, when they figure out a tell, they know exactly how to beat their opponent. This defense right now, they're reading this quarterback.
This is a defensive game.
First and 10 now. Here's Daniels. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Out of the gun. They'll give it to him inside. No gain on the play, and they still need 10 now on 3rd down.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard running backs say there's just times you got to run in the darkness. And when linebackers fill that hole like that right in the middle of the field, he ran right into the darkness and the pain of that linebacker.
Daniels throwing on 3rd. He's on the move. He's running for it. Nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a 1st down. Shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he has him a small chunk of yards up to the 42. Give him 9 yards. He almost moved the chains there. It's going to be 2nd and 1. Hand off now from the gun. And that hit stops him in his tracks. Nothing for them on 2nd down, and now it's 3rd and 1. Another carry for him. And finally, they bring him down. He shook off a couple of defenders there on a nice pickup. Football on that 47-yard line, 1st down. Back to the well again. And he takes it across midfield and into Jaguars territory. We have a timeout now. Medical staff out to check on an injured man. And you hate to see this in the final week of the regular season. Back-to-back carries here. And he's swallowed up in the middle. No gain on the run. Kobe Dean in on the tackle. Looks like no gain on 2nd down. And that leads us to 3rd and 6. From the gun, it's Daniels. Complete beyond the marker. And they make the tackle at the 38. That's a gain of 12 there. And the Commanders will have a 1st. New set of downs for him at the 38. They'll run here on first down. He found a gap to take this down to the 28. Call it 9 yards. Looks like a first for a moment. It's 2nd and 1. Shotgun snap to Daniels. Short pass brought in. And he stopped just before he reaches the red zone at the 21. That play goes for 8 yards, and it keeps this drive moving. The drive picks up here, 1st and 10. Off the play fake, he'll throw.
Fuck, bro.
Touchdown, Washington. On first down, here's Daniels. Got his target, it's Higgins. He gets it forward for a gain of 3. Nakobe Dean in on the tackle.
Textbook hitch route. Just hit him in the short field and deliver it once that defense turns their attention elsewhere. Okay, this is a low-ceiling play, but a reliable source of yardage.
Out of the gun, Daniels. And the cover just too good there. Didn't find a throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. 3rd down coming up.
That is normally a gimme for this offense, these short throws. But the defense, well, they had just enough influence on that play to force the incompletion.
Finds his man over the middle. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs. New set of downs for him from the 46. On first down, they'll run. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. Then brings up 3rd down.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
The handoff on 3rd and short. And they get there to take him down right around the 41. They'll come up 1st and 10. They give it to him again. And this is down to the 28 before the defense halts it. Give him 13 on that play. And that'll be good for a Washington first. Daniels now against a blitz. That's incomplete left side. No luck finding his receiver that time. And it's going to be 2nd down. The running back gets it on the draw. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Hey, Kate, sorting through traffic, seeking out a runner, that is this guy's domain. And boy, does he know how to operate in it.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up 4th down. Draw play here. And he's short of the first after a mile gain. He made it 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4. They go play action here. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. 1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Back to throw. Here's Daniels. Oh, brother, it's another interception. And the Jaguars get it as he records yet another interception in a career campaign.
Well, I'll admit, man, I got to admire the guts, the willingness to continue to challenge the coverage, even with 2 interceptions already. But there's his 3rd strike. And no, it's not baseball, but he definitely has to be smarter with what he's doing with the football.
Hand off to the back. And he found some running room for a nice gain. It's an 8-yard pickup, and they're going to have 2nd and 2 next.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw.
And he hauls this one up to the 11 before being stopped. A new set of downs awaits him. Here's 1st and 10. Back now, pressure on its way. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. So 2nd down coming up. Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he's going to be brought down after getting this up to the 22. So now a timeout for a player who's shaken up on that previous snap, and I think we can all agree not what any of us were hoping to see as we close out this regular season. Completed to his running back.
When there's heat, that blitz coming off the snap, that QB's eyes, you could see it right away. He got to his check down in a hurry. But, Kate, here's the key. Quarterback and running back have to be on the same page. The 2 were right there, and it netted some positive yards.
We've hit the 2-minute warning now from the nation's capital. The Commanders with the football. Eight yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. To throw, Daniels. Higgins makes the catch. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. The Commanders in the hurry up. They're hustling for the line. On target to his man Higgins. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. Again, Daniels to the air. Dump off caught by his back. Pick up of a few as he heads out of bounds.
You know, you compare and contrast stats over the decades, Kate. One thing you see is the completion percentages are through the roof. In this day and age, compared to the 60s and the 70s, a big reason is just completions like that. Utilizing every one of your eligible receivers that time, a running back in the flat.
And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage. Daniels finds him over the middle. And they get this down to the 28. They get 13 on the pickup. And the Commanders will have a 1st. They'll throw it again. Dumped off to his running back. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
Well, if they were concerned about losing yards, running it on 1st down, it just happened anyway. Not many passes end in a loss. Hopefully they got a little more aggressive strategy coming here on 2nd down.
Has him on the quick hitter. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. Washington calls it 2nd timeout. It's 3rd and 8. Need to get a chunk here. Now Daniels to throw. Escapes the pocket. He'll make a bid for it on the ground. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
Tackle made at the 21-yard line. A gain of 6 yards.
They'll run the counter. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
These edge defenders in the league today, Kate, they've got so much on their list to do. A huge to-do list. They got to get to the passer, they got to set an edge, and they got to stop that run game. Not just on the end of the line, but in that case, right?
Caught along the left sideline, but he did not get both feet in. That's incomplete, brings up third down.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
The left side, caught by Higgins. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine, because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. That was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
And he's taken down directly on that 43-yard line. Give him 13 on that play. And that'll be good for a Washington first. Here's the lone back on the handoff. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. We have a timeout now. Medical staff out to check on an injured man. And you hate to see this in the final week of the regular season. From the 37. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. They haven't found it easy to score in this one, Brock, and physicality just like that, a big reason why.
And it usually is, Kate. I love defensive coordinators when they say, hey, it's not just what you see, it's what you hear. And you could hear the physicality of that knocking the ball loose.
Third and short, Daniels. He's on the move. Now here he goes. And that'll be enough for the first as they touch him down.
When a play breaks down, every once in a while, you got to be able to make a play with your legs. His offense counts on that ability to evade pressure and occasionally make plays just like that one.
Catch is made down the right sideline. He's out of bounds after a nice pickup to the 10. They have themselves another 1st and 10. Working inside the red zone. The throw is caught. And he drives this forward to the 6.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on a throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
Forced out to his right. And the ground game works for the touchdown. The Commanders grab the lead up. Receiver in motion, headed right. Daniels on 1st down. Throw left side, complete. And he's brought down for a loss. Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. Now give left side. And he'll have it up to about the 23-yard line on the play. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first. From the gun, here's a handoff. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
When you call that 1st down running play, you don't always expect to get those kind of yards. They'll take that every single time.
It's Dotson on the catch. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. Big gain, 14 on the play. And the Commanders will have a first.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Let's go now.
From the gun, it's Daniels. Hits his running back. And he's brought down after pushing to that 35-yard line. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12. They're set up at the 35 now. Lone back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And he's short of the first after a mild gain. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5.
The gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's going to get this to the 29 before he stopped. Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4.
A gain of a yard on the play brings up 3rd and 4.
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Call it 1 yard there. Tough sledding the last couple of runs.
Gain of only a
Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
That trouble's been made of, offense.
Here we go, here we go.
Lone back gets the handoff. And not much. He maybe got a few across the 30 to about the 32. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down.
brings up 2nd and 8.
Check.
From the 32. Short pass brought in. And it's good yardage, but they tackle him short of the sticks.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. A pickup of 2, maybe 3, but most importantly, Brock, that's enough to move the sticks. Going to the ground again on first. And he gets this one to the 49 on a solid pickup. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. So now a timeout for a player who's shaken up on that previous snap, and I think we can all agree not what any of us were hoping to see as we close out this regular season. Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. Shotgun snap to Daniels. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. And it's 4th and short. We'll see if they go for it. Went way out. The Jaguars, the visitors in this one, but they take home the win. And they end the season on a great note, Brock, with a W in the final chapter of this year's campaign.